Has the idea of retiring in Orange County crossed your mind? Maybe you've owned your home for 20, 30, or even 40 years. The kids are grown and the house is paid off. And lately, you've started wondering if your home still fits your life. If that's you, then this video is for you because today I'm talking about where I would retire in Orange County, some of the best communities to consider, and one thing that has completely changed the conversation for a lot of California homeowners. You see, for years, many retirees wanted to move, but they didn't because they didn't want to pay more in property taxes. They were worried that if they sold their home and bought another one, that their property taxes were going to go through the roof. So, even when the house was too big, even when the stairs became too difficult, and even when they wanted to move closer to family, a lot of people just stayed where they were living. But then Proposition 19 came along. Now, if you're 55 or older and you meet certain requirements, you may be able to transfer your existing property tax base to another home in California. In other words, it can allow some homeowners to keep the lower property tax base that they already have. And for many retirees, this completely changes the conversation. Because now the question isn't, can I afford to move? The question becomes, where do you actually want to live? I have worked with people who bought their home decades ago, and today they have hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity, sometimes well over $1 million. They sell their larger home and move into something easier to maintain and sometimes even closer to family. They're able to keep their lower property tax base. Now, suddenly, retirement looks very different because retirement isn't always about finding the cheapest place to live. Sometimes it's about creating a life that's easier, simpler, and a lot more enjoyable. And honestly, that's one of the reasons Orange County continues to attract so many retirees because everything is here. The weather is beautiful, the beaches are close, healthcare is excellent, there are restaurants, walking trails, golf courses, and community activities everywhere. For many people, their children and grandchildren already live here. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people who say something like, I want my own life, but I also want to be close enough to make it to the soccer games, or I want to be there for birthdays and school events without having to get on an airplane. That makes sense. So if I were retiring in Orange County, one place that would definitely be on my list is Laguna Woods Village. When most people hear 55 plus community, they picture a few homes, maybe a pool, and even a clubhouse. But Laguna Woods Village is on a completely different level. The first time I visited, I just couldn't believe how much was there. This isn't just a neighborhood. It's almost like its own small city designed specifically for active adults. I'm talking about multiple fitness centers, 5 swimming pools, 10 tennis courts, pickleball courts, badminton, walking trails, and not one, but 2 golf courses with 27 holes. They even have 3 professional golf instructors who offer private and group lessons. And if you enjoy gardening, Laguna Woods has 2 garden centers with hundreds of garden plots and tree plots so that you can grow your own fruits, vegetables, and flowers. And if you have a horse, they even have a place that you can breed your horse. Or if you just love animals, you can spend time with the horses and take riding lessons. So let's talk about the social side because this is where Laguna Woods Village really stands out. There are more than 200 clubs and organizations. So whether you're interested in travel, photography, painting, cooking, sewing, cards, fitness, or maybe just want to meet new friends, there's a group for that. In fact, many residents tell me that they're busier in retirement than they ever were when they were working. And then there's the Performing Arts Center. The theater seats more than 800 people and it hosts concerts, movies, theater productions, musical, and different events throughout the year. There's also a post office, a clubhouse, meeting spaces, and just so many activities. It's honestly difficult to cover everything in this video. What I love most about Laguna Woods is that if you want an active retirement, you never have to wonder about what you're going to be doing tomorrow. The bigger question is, how are you going to fit everything you want to do into your schedule? Now, that doesn't mean that Laguna Woods Village is right for everyone. If you're the type of person who wants everything brand new, this might not be your first choice because many of the homes were built years ago. A lot of the homes have been beautifully remodeled, but they still have the character of an older home. Some people love that, while others are looking for something more modern. So if you're looking for something more modern, I would take a look at Rancho Mission Viejo. Now, if Laguna Woods feels like the classic retirement community, Rancho Mission Viejo feels so much more modern. One of the biggest advantages is that these are newer homes. So you're not buying a home that's been lived in for decades. You're getting newer floor plans, newer construction, and newer systems. And for a lot of people, they have peace of mind knowing that they're less likely to be dealing with aging plumbing, outdated electrical, or even major repairs right after they move into their home. And what a lot of people don't know is that Rancho Mission Viejo also has a 55 plus village called Gavilán. And what I really like about this community is that you truly get the best of both worlds. Residents enjoy their own exclusive clubhouse and amenities designed specifically for them, while still being part of a much larger Rancho Mission Viejo community. As a Gavilán resident, you have access to your own private 55 plus pool, clubhouse, fitness center, and other amenities that are exclusively for Gavilán residents. So, if you're looking for a quieter environment where you can relax and spend time with people in a similar stage of life, you have that. But you're not just limited to those amenities. You also have access to many of the parks, pools, clubhouses, trails, and community amenities throughout the surrounding ranch community. So when your kids or grandkids come to visit, there's plenty of places for everyone to enjoy together. You can also enjoy the peace and community of a 55 plus neighborhood while still having access to the energy and amenities of the larger community whenever you want. The 55 plus clubhouse is designed to bring neighbors together. You can cool off in the pool, stay active in the fitness center, play pickleball, take a paint and pour class, or relax around the fire pit while watching the sunset over the hills. And the community keeps getting even better. The club is a social hub with even more gathering spaces, events, and opportunities to connect with your neighbors. From what I've seen, people here don't just stay home, they get involved. Every Tuesday, there's taco night, and twice a month, they host trivia night, giving residents another fun reason to get together, laugh, and meet their neighbors. And throughout the year, there are clubs, fitness classes, card groups, community events, and plenty of opportunities to stay active and connected. For a lot of retirees, this is exactly what they want. They want a beautiful home, and they also want a lifestyle where it's easy to make friends, stay active, and feel like they're part of a community. Now, both Laguna Woods Village and Gavilán are really great options if you're looking for a community that was built specifically with retirees in mind. But not everyone wants to live in a 55 plus community. Some people want to be surrounded by people of all ages. They want the charming downtown, the local restaurants, and a community that feels more like a town than a retirement community. So if this sounds like you, I would take a serious look at San Juan Capistrano. This is actually one of my favorite cities in Orange County. Driving through San Juan Capistrano feels very different from a lot of the other cities nearby. Life just feels a little bit slower, a little more relaxed, and a little less rushed. One of the things that I love most about San Juan Capistrano is that it still feels like a small town. You have the historic downtown, the mission, local restaurants, and these cute little charming cottages. You can start your morning grabbing coffee while watching the trains pass through the town, then go explore the mission, and afterwards enjoy tea and sandwiches in one of those cute little historic cottages. And despite the small town feel, you're still only about 10 minutes away from the beach. So you get all the charm and the character of a historic town while still being really close to Dana Point Harbor, San Clemente, and the coast. And if your grandkids come to visit, there's some fun places nearby, like Zoomers, where they can enjoy the petting zoo, pony rides, and train rides. For some people, this is exactly what retirement should feel like. They don't want a packed calendar. They simply want a beautiful place to live, they want to enjoy life, and spend time with the people that they love. And San Juan Capistrano does this really well. Now, if your dream retirement includes ocean views, harbor walks, and being close to the water, then Dana Point deserves a serious look too. So where's the best place to retire in Orange County? This is going to depend on the lifestyle that you want because there isn't a one perfect retirement community. The best place to live is the place that fits the lifestyle that you want to live. And that's why one of the first things that I encourage people to think about is what they want their daily life to look like. Because retirement's not about just choosing another house. It's about choosing how you want to spend your time. For some people, that's being close to family. For others, it's being near the beach. And some people want to fill up their social calendar. They want to go golfing and play pickleball, take classes. But others want a slower pace of life. They want a charming downtown and a quiet place to enjoy their mornings. So there isn't a right answer. The goal is simply to find a place that's going to support the lifestyle that you want to live. Another thing that I encourage people to think about is healthcare. Most people don't think much about healthcare when everything is going well. But retirement isn't just about where you want to live today, it's also about choosing a location that's going to continue to serve you well years down the road. And one thing that Orange County does exceptionally well is healthcare. Whether it's Memorial Care, Providence, Kaiser Permanente, or UC Irvine Health, residents have access to some of the most respected healthcare systems in Southern California. For many retirees, that peace of mind is a major benefit. If you're thinking about downsizing, relocating, using Proposition 19, or simply exploring your options, the best place to start is with a plan. That's exactly why I created a free retirement strategy session. We're going to talk about your goals, your timeline, your home's value, and whether a move even makes sense for you. Sometimes the answer is to move, but sometimes it's not. My goal is simply to help you understand your options so that you can make the best decision for your situation. You can scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the description below to schedule a strategy session. And if there's one thing I'd leave you with, it's this. The best place to retire is not going to be the same for everyone. The best place to retire is the place that helps you live the life that you want to live. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe. I post a new video every week. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.